Hello and welcome. This is Kit Guru Tech. I'm Schnitz and today I'm going to be taking you through the MSI Trident 3 gaming PC here. It's the Arctic limited edition version. So there is a black version and obviously this is the limited edition white version. Price is around £1,699. So obviously I'll fire that in there and then we'll go through the components now. So the components it has inside, CPU is a 7700 with a base frequency of 3.6 and a turbo frequency of 4.2. Obviously it's not a K chip, so there's no need for overclocking other components. So the motherboard itself is just a H110. It's got a GTX 1070, which is a mini ITX form factor. It has an external 330 watt power pack there. Obviously there's no room inside for an internal power. When it comes to memory, it has two 8GB sticks, so a total of 16GB, DDR4 2400. With storage, it has a primary and a secondary drive. So the primary drive is an M.2, which is an Intel 600 series, 256GB. It has a secondary 1TB HDD. It comes with Windows 10 Home. Externally, it has 8 USBs. It weighs around 3 kilograms. That's without the power pack. The gross weight including the power pack's roughly around about 6 kilograms, so 3 in each way, which makes it really lightweight and in many ways practical and portable. So I could see it being useful in LAN events, or if you're popping over to your mate's house if you don't have a laptop or anything. Then it's actually what I see as a console replacement, and I think MSI did it for that purpose as well, because you also get this little Xbox One gamepad with it as well. So that's a nice little touch, a nice little feature. Capacity, the size of the case itself is around about 4.72 litres, so round that up about a 5 litre case. It has RGB lighting with 16.8 million different combinations. Not that you're ever going to use them combinations, but the availability is there, so get cracking. Another awesome feature I like with this that I've seen on few cases, so this in particular, as it's an MSI case and you can't purchase it anywhere else other than in this system as this package, it has VR Link. So VR Link takes one of these, HDMI, so a male HDMI. You plug one inside the graphics card and one into the VR Link port, which then makes a front port accessible to plug in the HTC Vive, which also has a HDMI. So that'll just plug straight into there with the USB, and it saves you crawling down and going nitty gritty and looking behind your case and so on. You can just whack that in hopefully and click the VR Ready button on the VR Ready application that MSI provide with if you want to stream, they give you a 1-year XSplit license for Gamecaster, which is around about £45 if you want to buy it on your own for a year's license, so that's tied in with the price also. Like I say, it's a console replacement, that's what I see it as, and it does show you this with many different ways. Like I say, it's got the LED on the front, which gives you so many different combinations. You can do mood lighting, mix it with audio, so on and so forth. You have the option to put it on its stand or lie it down, so it depends on where you're putting it. If you're putting it on desk next to your PC and you just like a really small compact PC, that's what you'd use. You can take the top off and change parts over, but be warned that does void the 2-year warranty, which is a return to base warranty with MSI Direct. So return to base is you ring them up, I've got an issue, they assess the situation, say yes you do have an issue, they'll then pay for the collection and pay for the return and fix and labour and so on and so forth. So if you need some security like that, they provide that for you. Looking at the ports on the rear, you have a line in, line out, microphone, LAN, USB 3, 4 USB 2s, HDMI, DC input and VR Link. On the graphics card itself you have a DVI port, 2 HDMIs and 2 display ports. Moving on to the front of the PC, it has quite a lot of ports as well. So it has a headphone microphone also, it has a USB Type-C, 2 USB 3.1s, believe it or not, and then the acceptance for the VR Link where the obviously the HTC Vive or the VR compatible headsets plug into. Like I say, I do see this being a console replacement. With it being a limited edition, I can see the incentive to buy it there. With a price tag around £1,699, you have to weigh it up and think to yourself, I am getting an i7 chip, I am getting very fast primary storage, I'm getting a fair amount of secondary storage. 16 gigabytes worth of RAM is probably recommended for gaming and VR. Anything more, it can be upgraded to 32 gig. It has a 10 series graphics card, which is perfect for VR as well. That's what they're designed for. And with it being a 1070, there's only two more up from that, with being the 1080 and the 1080 Ti. But then your price does jump. So for the fairest card at the 1070 is that. Output of hot air does a fantastic job. I've done benching, I've done testing. Obviously this will be shown in the written review, so if you want to see the results, jump on over to there. It does output heat from the rear and below. All the extra grills on here do suck air in for effective cooling. Obviously the CPU's got its own cooler itself, and then the GPU is a mini MSI Aero 1070 card, which does its own cooling for itself. I actually jumped over onto PC Part Picker, which, if any of you don't know, it's a place where you can jump on and weigh up different components by different manufacturers and different companies and get the best price. If you put all the components that come with it, with as small as an LED strip, it's got Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all that kind of stuff. If you add all that up, you pretty much around about where MSI are. There's probably about £100 difference, but you then don't get the exclusivity of what MSI are promoting with this case. And that's what they're doing. This is a limited edition. You can only purchase this with MSI. Everything's all sorted for you together. If you're doing the jump from console to PC gaming and you just want something you can put in front of your TV, if you want to do that, whack it in, and also do home media and so on and so forth, this is a prime PC to buy. Like I say, it's nothing compared to a big PC you can purchase yourself, but this is really for the user who just wants to purchase something that looks sleek, looks cool, does the job, and it really does do the job. It kicks ass in gaming and VR, it kicks ass in high-end games. I can show you the benchmarks, obviously, with a written review, but I really like the system itself. It does the job, it does exactly what it says on the tin. There's no misleading information. Like I say, to date it's the smallest VR-ready PC. But other than that, if you like what me and Leo do, then please like and subscribe. Please comment below if you want any pointers or any more information. Jump on over to the website, obviously, to see the written review if anything I've missed out here. Other than that, I've been Schnitz. I'll see you later. Love you. Goodbye.